I want to tell you about a campaign we delivered for an agency partner. 5 months, real foundational work done correctly. Technical capacity built, links progressing through the right phases, content architecture established. Client cancelled at month 5. Not because the strategy was wrong, not because the work was poor, because the client never understood what the work was building towards. The seeds of that cancellation were planted before the first link was placed, before the first content brief was written, before any deliverable changed hands. Most SEO campaigns are set up to fail in the first conversation, not the first month, the first conversation. There are 4 gaps that cause every churn. None of them appear in delivery metrics. All of them are created before the work begins. Scope was never precisely defined. What is included, what is not, and what the agency needs from the client to execute. Most scope documents answer the first question and ignore the other 2. Success was never agreed. The agency's definition and the client's definition are almost never explicitly compared before work starts. Without a shared definition, every monthly report is open to interpretation. That gap grows monthly until the relationship collapses. The client was never educated. The agency that treats this as the client's problem to solve has outsourced their primary retention risk to the client's Google search history. The agency's process was never made visible. Clients who cannot see the process default to measuring what they can see, the rankings. When rankings don't move, they conclude nothing is happening. 4 gaps, all preventable, all closed at onboarding. Here's what happens before we build a single deliverable for any agency partner account at RankJacker. 5 stages, each one designed to prevent a specific failure mode. Stage 1, discovery and alignment. A structured 60 to 90-minute conversation, business goals, competitive landscape, what success looks like to this client specifically. Output, a documented alignment summary both parties confirm before the strategic development begins. Stage 2, scope and exclusions. Every deliverable named explicitly. Every service not covered named explicitly. Client input deadlines agreed before they happen, not negotiated after. Stage 3, client education. A structured walkthrough covering how authority is built in phases. Establishment, expansion, consolidation. Why the first 60 days produce foundational work that is invisible on rankings dashboard and essential to everything that follows. The client leaves able to explain to their stakeholders why this investment is building something durable. Stage 4, milestone agreement. Foundation complete, end of month 2. Traction signals visible, end of month 4. Compounding begins, end of month 6. Each milestone gives a specific benchmark relevant to this client's goals. Both parties sign off. Stage 5, communication protocol. Monthly reporting cadence agreed. Day 45, proactive check-in confirmed. The client knows exactly when they will hear from the agency, what that communication will cover, and how to raise something urgent without it sitting in an inbox for 2 days. Total time per client, 3 to 4 hours. Template driven. By the 10th client, the system runs in under 2 hours. The most common objection I hear, we do not have time for 5 stages. Here is the reframe. Every hour invested in onboarding returns multiple hours saved in mid-campaign conflicts management, scope disputes, and account recovery conversations. The agencies that skip onboarding are not saving time. They are borrowing it from a future that arrives at month 4. A client who enters the campaign with a clear scope, agreed milestones, and education in what the process is building, and a defined communication rhythm is a fundamentally different client to manage than one who arrived with assumptions and a 30-day mental deadline. The former stays, the latter leaves at month 3 or at month 4 and tells other agency owners why. Drop a comment and what does your current client onboarding look like? One sentence, I read everyone, see you in the next one.